Bitcoin has lost the green box. So is it all over? Is this cause for concern? What's going on with the recent price action? In this video, I'll be discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and really any other altcoins that catch my attention. And hopefully I'll address any concerns that you may have with the recent price action or any questions that you may have as well. So Bitcoin is looking very promising on Wednesday. We broke above green, we retested it as support, but then nothing really happened. And we've just kind of been selling off until now. We had an underside retest of green, and we've moved away from the level here slightly. So now that price is below green, so that 111,000 level, it kind of opens up the argument for a move down to 105.8K. Do I think that's going to happen right now? I think that's pretty dramatic to think in the current state with the current Bitcoin price action. Yes, price did fail another attempt to reclaim green, but in the current moment with the H4 candle looking the way it does, I'm not too concerned for a 105.8K test. Of course, it's still going to be in play because, like I said, this range has now opened up because price has fallen below the green box. But because of the consolidation period before the move here and all of the volume that happened below here, I would really expect price to at least stall around here, maybe put another attempt at an underside retest of green, maybe even finally reclaim green. But it's one of those things where it's not ideal, but I'm not 100% worried about it yet. I would become more worried about it if today's price action doesn't offer some kind of bounce, which we're kind of already seeing here regardless. But if we don't move up to 110.6 at the very least and just continue selling off through this level where all of this volume happened, then I'd be pretty concerned. And then I'd say, you know what? Bitcoin is actually much weaker than I anticipated. Let's see the reaction at 105.8K. I thought that between green and 115.2K is going to be the Diddy level, but now with our recent rejection from green, I would say all of this area is going to be the Diddy zone. And unfortunately for the Diddy zone, September, and I'm sure you've seen this all over social media, you've seen your group chats talking about it, but September is typically a negative month for Bitcoin. With all that information, you could say that this is just one large gaping Diddy zone, which is very unfortunate. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get the intraday bounce that I'm looking for. Like I said, we could get some kind of underside retest of this H1 consolidation period up in here at 110.6, like I mentioned. And if we do reject from there, then it kind of opens up the argument for a leg lower. It is worth mentioning that we are retesting an entire daily consolidation period. The consolidation period from early July, and then the consolidation period from just last week as well. And price broke out from the recent consolidation period, and this is just the retest of the consolidation period. And look at Ethereum, price just doing nothing. We had a decent break from the diagonal and then price went limp, and now we are back within the H4 consolidation period. So my thoughts on Ethereum are pretty much unchanged. It looks not ideal. We are still within the H4 consolidation period, but it doesn't look great, especially from the failed breakout from the diagonal that we just saw the other day. It feels like it's a really good opportunity for Ethereum to go for the lows in here and just kind of see what happens based on the reaction. So around the 4180 level, maybe even looking to retest that 4140 consolidation period, the deviation below the H4 consolidation period here. That's also a possibility, and it would clean up a lot of these lows in here. Things would probably get pretty wicky to the downside. So it's one of those typical situations where I'm not going to be setting blind bids at the green box. I'll kind of just see what happens. Maybe price will even go for the lows here, reclaim. But if and when price gets above the green box, so 4140, that will be the long trigger. The invalidation will be the low before the reclaim of the level. But other than that, like, just nothing's going on, and I don't really see solid opportunity even for the short side. Yes, you know, we're back within that H4 consolidation period, so technically this could be a short position I could take. That actually doesn't look too bad. But do I want to take something like that? I'm very undecided. And when I'm undecided on a position like that, I usually just sit out and wait to see what happens. It doesn't feel like I have a strong argument. It feels like I'm really forcing. So that's when I decide to step back and just watch what happens from the sidelines. I explained this in the last video, but I still believe Solana looks much better and much stronger than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Today's price action is going to be really, really important for that argument because Solana has lost the 206.3 level, which is the H4 breakdown point that I discussed in the previous video, and a key level for intraday price action for Solana. Solana is approaching a pretty key intraday level here at 202, just below 202. So I'm hoping to see a bounce. We have a lot of volume at this level as well. We have a lot of consolidation, a lot of chopping, all the good stuff you'd like to see at key levels. So I'm looking for price to bounce from around here. If price doesn't bounce here, then I can safely say that I'm wrong on this Solana strength argument. And you can all make fun of me in the comments, I'm sure, but I'm not giving up hope yet. I think there's still a chance. I'd like to see a bounce from here, and if not, then I'm wrong. So I've really shared a lot of my thoughts on how I believe Solana is and has been much stronger than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Today's price action will really put that to the test because Bitcoin, of course, as we know, has sold off and lost a key level. Solana has also sold off and lost the key H4 breakdown point at 206.3, which I've been discussing, but Solana still has kind of a saving grace here at the 202 level. It's an intraday level, it's an H4 level, so I'm looking for price to bounce from here and still confirm my thoughts of the Solana strength. But it's pretty simple here. If price really doesn't bounce from this 202 level, then I can safely say that I'm wrong with the Solana strength argument. To be more comfortable with that Solana strength argument, I really would like to see a reclaim of 206.3. It's a very key level. It's an important level. I've discussed it at length. So to get above there would really ease and calm my nerves. And unfortunately, alts are just proving that they're not great longs to hold. They're great setups, and if there's a setup, you should absolutely take it on the long side, but you should probably look to keep it as just a daily or an intraday position, or maybe 2 days. Anything over 2 days just feels like you're going to fully retrace it and regret ever opening the long position at all. So the common question that you'll see people asking is, well, when do I know it's time for altcoins to be held? When do I know I shouldn't be actually closing my position after a day or two? When should I not TP as aggressively? And unfortunately, it's one of those things that the market will tell you. You'll probably TP too early on the first several moves when altcoins finally actually start moving more than just 24 hours. So you'll probably take profit too early on those, and then that will be your sign that, okay, maybe I should extend my take profit a little bit. Maybe I should open up my risk and hold it for more than just a day or two. I'm not saying open up total risk in your risk management. I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm saying to open up your idea of holding the position for longer than a day or two. So today will just be a very important day of price action. I think that's the theme of this video. And I think it's okay to not know what the hell is going on. And it's okay to have strong arguments for each side. It doesn't mean you have to act on one side if you don't want to. It doesn't mean you have to act on any of them. It's perfectly fine to not know what's going on and wanting to sit back, let the low time frame degenerates trade their trading stack away, and wait for the opportunity to jump back into the market when things are much easier. So remember to sign up to WooFi. It takes about 15 seconds to start trading there. Not geo-lock, just connect your Phantom wallet, start trading. Wonderful platform. And if you have any other further questions, comments, or anything like that, please feel free to ask. Thank you.